Busybody, Muma, welcome. Big Caesar and our friend, I see you. Thanks for coming. Please come in, like and share as you come in. Like and share as you come in. Oh, back, Kwara, when you let master. Welcome, guys. Please come in, like and share. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Got you, Beatrice. Welcome, sis. Thank you so much for coming. Happy Thursday. Please, as you come in, do me a favor to like and share. Ngumajina wakwa wandio, ngumajina wakwa wandi. Ngumati kwene sasa, ngumagamati kwene sasa lo, ngumagamati kwene sasa, ngumajina wakwa wandi. The mother, welcome my wisdom sis. Thank you so much for joining. How are you doing? Amma TV, my Ebony Beauty sis. Welcome sis. Please send me my goodies. I'm waiting for my goodies from Peyi. Welcome Sister Liz. Please come in, like and share as you come in. Chuba. Hey. Ndora. Let's enjoy Baffood medley. Come in, like and share. I'm waiting. Before I ship out and done my knowledge. Just best, my darling big sis, welcome. Peace person. Mummy, my mama for life. Happy Thursday, everybody. Chuba. I'm going to take when the salsa. I'm going to take when the salsa. Just base, my darling big sis in the building. Welcome, big sis. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Bella Fountain. I'm Bella, your host. Baffood sound like Baba 11, you know. Really? Well, Grassfield. Villa Mama TV. My darling sis, welcome. I see you. Please, as you come in, like and share. As you come in, like and share. Co-host is doing okay. She's sleeping and she's having a nap. She's having a nap, big sis. She's okay. She'll probably wake up before the end of the show. So we have a good 1 hour to ourselves. Blessed and thankful host. I presume you and family are doing. Yes, we are doing good, and co-host is doing amazing too. Thank you so much, the mother. She's doing great. She's doing great. I took her yesterday. She went to a magic show. I took her to a magic show in our local area, and she really loved it. She loved every bit of it. So yeah, thanks for asking. Please, as you come in, hello everyone. Hi host. Adam Galili. Big sis, welcome. Hi Bella with the dimples. I'm so angry that it's not love, Bella. It's low. That is not love, Bella. It's low self-esteem. I'm so angry. That is not love, Bella. It's low self-esteem. What is that, support picking, stupid man? What is it? Support picking, you came in wounded. What's up? What's up, sis? Where? Oh, I see the topic. Support picking is already pissed with the topic. Support picking. Doze, chele. You will, when you hear the story, maybe you'll have a change of heart or change of mind. Change of mind. Thanks, Ama TV. I will send your love to the co-host. Thanks. She's having a nap. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Bella Fountain TV. I'm Bella, your host. As always, I want to appreciate each and every person for joining me today. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to spend this hour with me. I appreciate you all, especially my returning subscribers. You all mean a lot to me. You mean a lot to me. I'm here because you guys are there. You keep me motivated. You keep me wanting to come on, bring more topics. And I appreciate every single one of you who comes into my inbox, drops those topics and say, you'll suggest topics for us to discuss. I appreciate you. I write everything down. Okay, I do not discard any of your thoughts or suggestions. I have them written down, and I'm sure as time goes on, we will be touching on those topics. So yes, please keep those suggestions coming. So I appreciate you all. And to all the new subbies, thank you all so much. Thank you. Dr. Opal, how come you don't have a blue jacket, my love? Now, I want to appreciate the new subbies. The ones that have joined us recently, thank you for joining the family. Thank you for loving the content. Thank you for actually sharing as well. But remember, as you subscribe, do not forget to turn on your notification bell so whenever I come live or drop a video, you will not miss a thing. Last but not the least, to all my silent watchers, I know there are people in the background. Sometimes they tell me, they drop me a comment to say, Bella, we are watching at the back. I appreciate you all. You're just doing as good as everybody here commenting or calling. I appreciate you all the amazing comments or feedbacks. I do appreciate them. So thank you and keep them coming. So as you can see on our thumbnail, we are going to be talking about a gentleman, a British guy who actually Kwara his wife out of love, because that's the argument that is given in court. So he quarreled his own wife out of love. Okay, he's actually saying that the wife asked him to quarrel her, and he did, and he was jailed, and this happened in Cyprus. So I will read an article about that, and then we'll get into it. But before we get into today's topic, I just wanted to talk a little bit about relationship. If anybody was watching my community page today, yes, just the big sis. So, if you were watching my community page today, you would have seen me drop a comment about this advice or these wise words I got from a senior a person in our community when it comes to relationship. So, we're talking about how people interact with one another, why people do the things they do in relationships. And I just want to remind ourselves that relationships, especially friendship, let's forget about the romantic thing we always talk about. Friendship, just mere friendship between you and I, between Villa Mama and myself. I don't go Lily and myself, Ama TV or Just Babe and myself, or between Support Pikin and Villa Mama. We have to be very, very conscious of the relationship that exists between ourselves. Okay, We need to understand the dynamics of our relationship, the levels of our relationship. Are you just acquaintances? Are you actually like close friends? Or are you besties? You need to understand those dynamics and the different categories that your relationship actually fall underneath. And that way it will guide you on how you can actually interact with that person. Because what we tend to see is somebody's going to think that you are his or her parata, whereas you are thinking otherwise. And the way you would behave with that person in that relationship will probably indicate to the person that you don't value that relationship. But if you make them understand that that relationship is just an acquaintance or passing by relationship, maybe they can actually understand and appreciate your dynamics better. Now, and when we are in a relationship, we need to be careful with the things that we do to one another. Okay. Understand when the relationship has come to an end, a friendship. It's important to understand when your friendship has come to an end. And when it comes to an end, Sophia James, welcome, darling sis. I see you. Please like as you come in, like and share as you join. You need to understand when your relationship or your friendship has come to an end. Accept it and move away. Okay, accept it and move away, because you tend to see friends fall out and what they want to do is destroy each other. It's either both parties are trying to tear each other down, or one party walks away and the other person is bent on tearing down the other one. And it's so sad because you see this nowadays, and it's very sad because you think we are all adults. We are all adults. If somebody doesn't want you, Big Siri, welcome, darling sis. Thank you so much for joining. We are all adults, and we should understand when we are needed in any setting, be it a friendship group or in a community. We need to understand. Simple Sandy, welcome, darling sis. I see you. Thank you so much for joining. Please, as you come in, like the video and share if possible. You need to understand when you're needed in that relationship, when your role in that relationship is over, and accept it and walk away. I don't come for learn some small. Yes, Simple Sunday. Yes, learn some small manners. And our firecracker. Now, when you hurt somebody in a relationship or friendship that has actually fallen apart, there are people that you will cross them and they will look at it, brush it, and walk away. They will look at it, dust themselves, and walk away. And there are people that if you cross them, they will do everything to pay back, and pay back 100-fold. That's something we need to understand. That's something we need to understand. Because if you don't understand, you will find yourself in a precarious situation that you will not be able to get out of it. And then when the person retaliates, you will now see the person who has retaliated as the evil one, whereas you have pushed that person to the wall. I will always say you're responsible for your action, right? People will do things and you can react the way you react. You cannot control. Beautiful Queen B, welcome, darling. I see you. Happy Thursday. You cannot control how people are going to react to your action. But my advice would be careful how you cross people, because there are people that will do anything to destroy you. There are people that will do anything to destroy you. And this senior person of ours, she said something, and that literally hit home so hard. She said in their village, I've never this parable I've never heard before. And when she said it, literally that sank into my heart. I don't know, some of you may have heard this parable, or panabo, like they'll say in Pidgin. But this was a strong panabo I've never heard. This is what this auntie said to me. She said to me, Bella, you know what? Because I was saying to her, why can't people just learn? Why can't people just understand and avoid escalating situation? And she said to me, Bella, that's life. If you cannot understand it and you get beaten, don't blame anybody. And she said there's something in my village where they say there's this saying which goes, pineapple, Dr. Oppo, why are you trying to be very posh? I said pineapple. I didn't say pineapple. Dr. Oppo, don't try to be posh. Pineapple. Exactly, support Pekin. Thank you. So she said to me, Bella, these were her words. She said, if you bite me on the nose without being afraid that you will eat my kata, I will bite you in your anus without being afraid of eating shit. So compare. This sounds so gross. It's so gross. But if you look at it, literally, what she's trying to say is, you may, hit me on the arm. Exactly, a beautiful queen bee. Exactly, big Siri. I had to laugh, but that was afterward, after everything had literally sank in. Bite me on the nose without the fear of eating kata. I will bite you in your ass. But she said anus, anus. I will bite you in the anus without being afraid of eating your caca. So you may go and give a tap on somebody else, someone's arm, but that person is going to come and literally take off your head. That's just a simple explanation of it. It's just a simple explanation. Like, you will carry a teaspoon to go and fight, and somebody's going to carry a dagger or something else. So what begins is even worse than eye for an eye. Imagine biting the nose. Bite your nose. Imagine everybody, you and I support begin growing up. You've eaten your kata. You've picked your nose and eaten. Everybody watching me. You've tasted your bogey. Everyone, don't lie. You must have tasted your own bogey, your kata, from childhood. You must have, Dr. Opo, I don't laugh. It's the truth, isn't it? We all have tasted it. We all know it's salty. Thank you, Dr. Opo. It's salty. It tastes very salty. Sometimes if it's runny, it's salty. If it's dry, it's crispy and salty. We all know that. But who among us has actually eaten their own feces? Who has eaten it? Big Siri, liar, pants on fire. Please, guys, let's continue to support Big Siri, darling YouTuber who's just joined us. Please keep supporting anybody, any of the admins. If you want, please kindly share her link here so people who haven't subscribed to her channel can help subscribe and grow her channel, please. And please continue to like as you try Katana walk here. Yes, Big Siri, liar, pants on fire. We all have tasted it. We all have tasted it. Honestly. So if you go playing with somebody and thinking that everybody is going to be playing like you, you've got something coming, something else coming. Because not everybody can take it lightly. So please, let's be careful the way we interact in our friendship group. Shari's Kitchen, my darling Big Sis, welcome. Well, I'm greeting the person here as my darling Big Sis because that's the mother of Shari's Kitchen, my baby sis who actually runs the channel. And she's teaching us how to do amazing African dishes as well as continental dishes. I always say, please, these are the kind of kids that we should be supporting, considering the generation we live in, how some kids can be wayward, they want to play games, they want to do all sorts of things. But this little girl is grounded very much so that she's opened a foodie channel to teach her peers how to prepare basic foods, tasty foods. So please, let's continue to support her. And when I share her on my channel, please watch and give her those watch hours, please. So thanks, guys. So please, let's be careful in every relationship. Be mindful how you operate in that relationship. Be very mindful. Not everybody is going to take it lightly. I just thought I'd throw that as an aside. Now let's get into today's topic. For real. I hope I've greeted everybody that's there. Yes, I think I have. Please like the video. If you're the silent watcher watching from the back, please show your girl some support by just tapping on that like button. I haven't shared this video, honestly, and there are some people who cannot get it unless I share it. Sorry, guys, just a moment. Please keep liking as I share this to certain persons. Just Babe says, from the book The Prince, if you injure them greatly, they are unable to retaliate, so that the injury done to a man ought to be such that vengeance cannot be feared. Exactly. Adongo Lily says, Bella, also know when one has outstayed their welcome in. Yes, that's a good point, Big Sis. Actually, that's true. To understand when somebody has actually overlived their welcome in a relationship. Yeah, it's very good to understand that as well. Thank you, Big Sis, for that. Easter to remember. Welcome, my sweet sis. I see you. Happy Thursday. Let me share this. If I don't share this, I think Auntie hasn't gotten. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to share to some few individuals. Like as you come in. There we go. Where's Kongosa Wild Lion? I haven't seen Kongosa Wild Lion for a while. Right, that's good. That is good. I just subscribed, Big Siri. Thank you so much for picking. Thank you for supporting a sister. Now, today's topic, we're talking about something in line with euthanasia. A situation happened 2 years ago in Cyprus where a couple who actually retired. A lot of British people, when they retire, they like to live abroad, especially in the sunny location. So this couple actually moved to live in Cyprus. Now, as they were living there, unfortunately for the woman, she took ill. She was diagnosed with cancer, and she was a terminal cancer. And she's been living with this situation for a while, and she was going through pain. I've never gone through cancer. I've never seen somebody suffering. Well, lived with somebody I've seen, but I haven't lived with somebody who is going through cancer pain. Okay. By the way, I'm actually doing this show. My sister is here, who is a nurse. So I better be careful with what I say. So I have not lived with somebody who has cancer, so I cannot understand the pain that these persons are actually going through. But from every indication, the lady was going through so much pain. Okay. She was going through so much pain, so much so that she asked her husband to Kwara her. She asked her husband to Kwara her. Please like the video as you come in. So her husband, in order to ease the pain of his wife, took a pillow. Queen Atkins Diamond, welcome, my sis of high standard. Thank you so much for coming. Just stop by to say hi. We'll be listening from the back. Okay, darling, thank you so much. So Pumpkin, I told you that you would take back your words. That's what happened. Exactly, sis. I told you would take back your words once you hear what happened. So the wife asked him to Kwara her, and he took a pillow and put it over the wife and quarad the wife. So asphyxiated. So the wife suffered from asphyxiation, okay, and passed away. Now the man was taken to police custody. Auntie Rosemary asking for a friend. My auntie dearest, thank you so much for coming. Welcome. Now I want to read, okay, the article. The article is, sorry, it's slightly long for some of us Cameroonians who don't like reading, but I'll be as quick as possible so you can get a picture. So you can get a picture of it, and then we'll carry on. Okay, Auntie. Thank you. It was, I don't go, very tough decision It was. Especially when you love someone. Especially when you love someone. Now, this is from Sky News Online, okay? This is from Sky News Online. It says, Janice Hunter, 74, that's the lady, died of asphyxiation at the couple's retirement home near Paphos in December 2021. Her husband, David, 76, admitted quarrying his wife but denied murder. Despite his 2-year sentence, Hunter has been released today because of the time he has served already behind bars. David Hunter, the British pensioner who killed his terminally ill wife in Cyprus, has been sentenced to 2 years after he was found guilty of manslaughter instead. But Hunter was released on Monday. This was 2 weeks ago. He was released on Monday after a Cypriot prison authorities officially calculated his release date. His legal teams, after the authorities officially calculated his release date, his legal team have said. The 76-year-old has already spent 19 months in custody, so has already served the majority of his sentence according to his, legal representative. So the legal representative said that the defendant had spent 10 months in custody for every year that they've jailed him. So according to the law in Cyprus, if you do manslaughter, you will be maybe charged for up to 2 years, okay? And because they've reversed the Kwara charges to the manslaughter one, for the time that this guy has been in jail, it's enough for him to be freed, and that's why he was released. Now, they say Hunter, a former coal miner from Northumberland, which is a part here in the UK, admitted quarrying his wife, but denied murder. He told this Cyprus court that she had blood cancer and begged him to take her life because she was in so much pain. Hunter was cleared of quarrying his wife, but was found guilty of a lesser charge earlier this month. Speaking outside the court, Hunter said, "I would like to say a thank you to all the people who donated to me, and especially my mates, my workmates. I don't know where I'll be without them. I can't describe how I'm feeling. I wish I could find words to describe, but I can't. When you are under such pressure for 2 years, wondering which way it was going to go, you don't know," he said. Now, this is what the man's daughter said. This is what the man's daughter said. The daughter said, that she is elated, stunned, and deeply grateful, and very pleased that her dad is released. He was facing a Kwara charge, which would have meant he would have literally quarried in prison in Cyprus. He's been in prison for some time, but he's okay. He's looking forward to getting on with his grieving process and visiting Janice, that's the wife's grave. Hezela Shawo Muma, welcome, I see you. Now, the legal representative of Mr. Hunter says it was a very tragic case. They were together for 50 years, Hunter and the wife, and they were deeply in love. They were a perfect husband and wife. They met at a miners' dance and were inseparable since then. Janice was in a lot of pain and she was getting medical assistance. She was sick of the pain. Okay, so this gives us an idea as to what was happening with this couple. This gives us an idea. This man has been with his wife. She's been terminally ill and going through so much pain. She couldn't take the pain anymore. And she asked her husband to end it all for her. And out of love for his wife, okay, because that's how I see it, and I believe that he did it out of love. He didn't want to see the wife to go through that pain. And in order to end it for her, he went ahead, as demanded or requested by the wife, to literally, quarrel her. Now, the method in which he used to quarrel the woman is what I'm trying so hard to understand. I can only imagine somebody putting a pillowcase over you to try and end it. That would have been so painful. I don't know if the lady was unconscious before it happened, or it was a quick one. I don't know if she was unconscious before it happened, or it was a quick one. Let me read what the mother has written. The mother says, personally, I wouldn't take a life I did not create. God brought her here and should take her when it is his time. Personally, I can't do that and live with my conscience. Fair enough. If they are back in the UK, he will not. But I understand the man's pain and what he did. Exactly. That one a hot die. Very hot die, Big Cyril. Now, when I look at this case, I see where the guy is coming from. He did it out of love. He was fed up seeing his wife in pain. And the support, you know what's even more interesting is the support that Mr. Hunter got from his mates, his workmates, and his daughter. For an African like myself, like yourself, you and I watching or listening to this or reading this, it will be a shock to our system. Why will it be a shock? Because you can't understand how a daughter will be in support of her dad quarreling her mother. I don't know if you guys get it. Typical Africans will not understand how that is possible, that you will be in support of your dad ending it for your mother. But then when I sit again and I think of it, I kind of understand why it would be okay for this family to come together and support one another. Because when Oyibo people are concerned, when a white person is concerned, family to them, most often, is the nuclear family, okay, which consists of father, mother, and child or children or kids. That's their family. Whereas, when it comes to us Africans, family, it's your mother's sister, your auntie, your cousin, your goddaughter, your godfather, you name it. It's everybody. And if this had happened in an African context of it, I don't think that it would have gone as quiet. Because with Africans, when you're married to somebody, you literally marry the family of that person. Okay? So what you're doing in your house, there are uncles that will come to intervene when it comes to making decisions in your house. Even neighbors, Big Cyril. Agnes Bess, welcome, darling sis. I see you. Thank you so much for coming. Happy Thursday. Even neighbors will get involved. Neighbors will get involved in your marital problems. Neighbors will get involved in your relationship. So if this had happened to an African family, there's no way it would have gone so smoothly, because uncles would have come to say you've quarreled their son. Godchildren would have come to say you quarreled their godfather. It would have been chaotic. But because these people, just the three of them, they saw what happened in their family. They saw the troubles that they've been through together. Principal, oh, nice to see you, darling. I see you. Thank you so much for coming. Happy Thursday. It's been a while. There are certain states here, right to die states, that the woman wouldn't travel to, and requested that in writing for herself, and it will be done, and she'll transition in a peaceful way. Yes, there are countries that actually authorize mercy quarreling. There are countries. You have Switzerland, I think Luxembourg is one of those countries, I think Holland as well, and Spain was actually. Oh, thank you so much, Agnes Best. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you so much. Thank you. Spain is actually trying to join. It is called euthanasia. Hey, We have big people on this platform. Dr. Opo, I thank you so much, my darling. Thank you so much. Exactly, that is what it's called. And so I understand where this family is coming from and why they have the backing that they have. Because if outsiders can see that father and daughter are in accordance with what is happening, who are we to judge? New Zealand, thank you so much, Adongo Lily. New Zealand as well. Who are we to judge that the mother has requested and the father has carried out what the mom requested? Support Piki was, you see, I said to you guys, Africans, they will Kwara this man. So when Support Piki joined the show, Support Piki didn't even say, hello, Bella. Support Piki didn't even say, Bella, greetings. Support Piki just came and said, Bella, evil man, low self-esteem, stupid. That's how our community will react. And that's why I really want us to talk about this. Let's talk about this, because I think it's important that as a community, Africans especially, we have to be open-minded with certain things and see from other people's perspectives why they do the things they do, okay, and why certain consequences are done in certain ways. Support begin. The blood is hot. Right, let me just read what the mother has said, because I really don't want to miss any comment, because this is a very educative show, and people, I want to also learn. I want to learn from this show. It's very important. I really want to learn. There's Just Babes says, I carry a DNR card. Do not resuscitate. And if I find myself in that lady's situation, I'll request and pay for euthanasia. I'm a cancer survivor, so I understand that pain. There you go. So there's somebody here who understands where that woman was coming from, Janice was coming from, you know, and I'm sure there are many more Just Babes who would understand where Janice was coming from and why the husband did what he did. And we also have to understand it's not easy for that man, because when you love somebody, if you really love somebody, that's a wife, you've been together for 50 years. El Beauty, my Muma, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Muma. Please like the video as you come in and share. Now, when you love somebody, you've been with this person for 50 years, and this person is asking you to Kwara them, I feel so bad and so sorry for the guy, because it takes a different kind of courage to do what he did. How do you stand there and do that to somebody you called your wife, and do it not because you're doing it out of anger, out of spite, as a payback, but doing it because you want to say goodbye to ease their pain? Imagine yourself being in that situation. Imagine yourself being put in that position of Hunter or Mr. Hunter. Nobody wants to be in his shoes. Nobody wants to walk in his shoes. Big Siri say, I swear, when I go their village, I end up believing I'm related to everyone in the village. Big Siri is the same. It's the same. It's the same, sis. Euthanasia, mercy killing is the same. It's the same. It's the same. So that's the situation. That's what Mr. Hunter went through. Now, for those of you who don't know what euthanasia is, it's basically the practice where, because this boils down to that, okay? Now, here in the UK, it's not authorized. You're not allowed. If you do that, you'll be charged with, you know, the greater charge, which is the MUR1, you can spell it. You'll be charged with the big charge of quarrying somebody because you're not authorized. You have not given the powers to do that. Okay. And that's why he could do that in Cyprus and go free. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Dr. Opo. I don't want to be calling the words because the video may not be monetized because of the words. So why do people do what they do? We're having a caller. Hi sis, my hot blood.
You not even ask him if it's time for me to call yet.
Oh, anytime sis, call please.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to chip in something. I think that man was jailed because he did it himself. Usually, merciful killing should be done or prescribed by the doctor. The doctor is the one who is supposed to say, okay, this person have requested for euthanasia. So we're either going to double the dosage. No, you know how they do it, like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the dosage or they double, something that your body will not be able to sustain that will lead to your death.
Yes.
But him doing it on his own.
Yes.
I think he's even lucky that he was not charged with the MUR.
Yeah.
Because that's what he did.
Yes.
He's not a physician.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Because it's true, because the method he used was just so cruel. I just feel it was a crude method. Yeah, because he will not put the pillow over somebody's head. Because the messy one, it goes very peacefully, and that's the whole idea, to make it as painless as possible.
That's it. I just let me.
All right. No, sis, I beg type and call, please. Call. I need more calls. All right, sis. Okay. All right, thanks. Thank you. Ken Smith, welcome. I see you. Thank you so much for joining, Ken Smith. I appreciate your time. Thank you. Between a rock and a hard place. Exactly. I need to read. Let me read the mother's comment. Please don't forget to like and share. Thank you, Ken Smith. Remind them. Thank you. Between a rock and a hard place. I can't do it, no matter the intensity of suffering the person is in. The hospital tried to do so with my mom, and wanted me to sign documents. Instead, I had a lawyer. Now, so the mother is saying that she would not do it and she would not give authorization. Would you, anybody watching me here, would you authorize that to happen? If you had the means, would you authorize a loved one to go peacefully? Would you authorize it medically? Would you authorize mercy quarrying for a loved one? Would you? No support picking. No doctor or nurse will do that. They will lose their license. It's not allowed except countries that have the right. Yes, because I don't know if Cyprus has that law. That's one thing I should have checked actually. I don't know if Cyprus actually allow euthanasia, because if that's the case, that's probably why he was given the manslaughter thing. We're having a caller. Hi sis, greetings. Should I put you on the show? Okay, thank you so much. Yes, sis, you can carry on.
Yeah, so with what happened with the man is rather unfortunate. I don't know why he decided to do it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of patients, who go through this crisis, most people, not just those who are suffering with cancer, but I tell you what, about 80% or 85% of cancer patients always request for their life to be taken when they're in the like going through the pain. And guess what? Some of them come out they come out cancer free, but because of her age, I guess she may not have making, or maybe she was at the end stage of cancer. But he took.
She was.
It was wrong, because I want to believe the doctors must have advised the husband that at this point, or maybe if she had requested, the husband goes to the doctors, they will say, okay, yes, this is what we're going to do. Either you sign, if the wife is still alert, they'll ask the wife to sign. And what they do is they take her off all medications. All they do is give her the pain pill. And that way she will go peacefully. They will not take her life. They don't do that. Hospitals don't deliberately take her life. They just hold. If she was on vent, they'll take her off the vent for her to breathe by herself. Yeah, like oxygen. Yeah.
Okay,
Like that.
okay, sis.
So,
Sorry. You seem to know this a bit more in details. So, for example, in countries, let's say, for example, in the US, that doesn't
yeah.
have it. Now, is
No,
that
they do it. They do
okay?
it here.
No, okay. So euthanasia is authorized in the US.
Yeah, like especially if the patient, depending on the condition, the situation of the patient, right? Say a patient who is brain dead.
Sis, that I don't think that would be. I won't classify that as euthanasia per se. You know what I mean? In that case where is the medication is withdrawn slowly, this euthanasia will be a deliberate decision by the patient or the patient's family
But
to want to.
it's still euthanasia because see, you take the patient off their medication, that because God can still perform miracle.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. Okay, there is a patient that I have right now.
Mm-hmm.
She's brain dead. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the
Oh
family
God.
somewhere, I don't know, the states
Mm-hmm.
somewhere. Now this woman has been there all this while. She was brain dead for like 2 weeks. They reach out to the family
Right.
that this what is going on.
Right.
We want to take this your mom off the vent
Mm-hmm.
to give her so she can go because there is no point at this time, right?
Yeah.
The family said, "Oh, please keep her till we'll be there only 3 weeks later."
Yeah.
So they helped the mom. The doctors were like, "Okay, if she made it in 3 weeks, but we are not sure she's going to make it."
Yeah.
Fortunately, she made it. They came, they visited their mom, and they said, "Okay, go ahead, take her off everything." They did.
Right.
Guess what? And that test is done for 2 weeks, 14 days.
Wow.
Some hospitals do it for 7 days. Some they do that for 14 days. She was taken off the vent, everything for 14 days, and this woman survived it.
Oh.
Okay, so there are miracles. That's why to me, I
Yeah.
see it as euthanasia because this woman is there. She's still alive.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this like 3 months.
Yeah.
She's still there.
Yeah.
And now she looks at. So there are things that we cannot explain. These are miracles.
Yeah.
Medical field.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that I know probably this woman was not brain dead, but the pain was too much.
Yeah.
Like you yourself taking care of this patient, you will be tearing out sometimes because once the narco expires in their system, they cry like I don't know how.
Yes, I know because
they want it more
yeah.
and more, and these things are prescribed in a way that they take it either every 4 hours, every 8 hours, depending on how
severe the situation is. Yeah.
But they have lighter pain medication like Tylenol, whatever, that they give in between those hours. But those, because it is in their brain, sometimes the pain may not even be that much, but because it's been recorded in their brain that they have pain.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that. Yeah.
So I feel like maybe the doctors were doing it. I don't know, because for him to have done that, I want to believe that he may have requested for them to terminate his wife. Or the wife.
No, he did it. He did it at home. He did it at home.
Oh, at home?
Yes, he did it at home.
Oh, that's bad then. So,
he did it at home. Yeah.
I don't know what. That was way too much.
Yeah.
Because it's painful to suffocate somebody.
Yeah.
You can imagine how she struggled before she.
That's my problem. That's the problem.
He would have gone to the hospital, asked the doctors, gradually they would have let her pass in a less painful way, just like the first callers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, sis. Please do call back if there's any need, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. I need to Debunker Side Chick, welcome. Debunkers Parliament, Muma, welcome. I see you all. Thank you so much for joining. Please, as you come in, like and share. Let me just read some comments because every comment here is very useful. Every comment here is very useful. Mrs. LBR, welcome, darling sis. I see you. Thank you so much for joining. Happy Thursday. Can Smith say, it's difficult, will know me. Would you do it yourself? Would you do it personally? Would you do it yourself? Ken Smith. And Mrs. LBR said, no, I can't allow that even if the person is in so much pain, because it will always be on my mind that I am a Kwara. The guilt will eat me up. I can understand. LB to say US has it all. It's a tight situation, Dr. I says. And Auntie Rosemary says, if you have never had pain, you will not understand. That is why it's important to have your loved ones very involved and in tuned. That's what gives people hope to fight. Thank you so much for that, Auntie. Okay, another person says it's not authorized, but it's been done indirectly by that's principle, either withdrawing meds or increasing sedation. Okay, that's probably in the States. Now Big Siri says, no, never ever. When we were much younger, my sister got sick and had reached a stage she begged doctor for mercy quarrying, and my mom refused signing it. She's today stronger. She was even young to do that, as in, like, why would she even think to why would she even, you know, as kids anyway, kids are always scared, they're frightened sometimes, and probably that was what was playing on her mind. She thought she was going to quarrel, and that's why she was thinking, oh, just end it. Because I remember this reminds me of something. It sounds very stupid, guys, don't laugh, but this is so funny. This is so funny. When I was really young, I told you guys I was born in CDC Pernambuco. That's where I was born. Now there was a time, I think I was about maybe 5, 6. I was so ill. I was so sick. I had a terrible stomach problem. I was suffering. I had stomach issues. I was crying. There was one episode I was so much pain. I still remember that as a child. Our bright too. Welcome, darling. I see you. Please like and share. And if you're here and you haven't subscribed, do your girl a favor. I can see we have 3,900 people watching and just 2,600 likes. Come on, guys. Let's do better. Now, I remember when I was really ill and I was feeling that pain, and my mom took me to the hospital. They called them, not hospital, it was 8 post. My mom took me to, it was 8 post, okay, to go consult, and I was in so much pain. My stomach was hurting so bad. I was crying, rolling on the floor. And you know what I said to my mom? I ran, and they caught me. I was running out of the 8 post, and my mom was saying to me, what are you doing? And I turned, I cried, and I said to my mom, I want to go see my grandmother before I die. Salut, Queen Bridget. Welcome, darling sis. I see you. Thank you so much for joining. Happy Thursday. I said, I want to go and see my grandmother before I die. I need to see my grandmother before I die. If you ask me, why did I say that? Why did I think I was going to quarrel during that time? I can't even explain it. So I don't know how white kids would think that sometimes, but hey, there you go. They think sometimes they're going to quarrel. So maybe your sister, Big Siri, your younger sister was in the same frame of mind like I was when I was 5 or 6 years old. It's possible. But for a younger person, I don't think you have the right to do that, to be honest. The adults have to make that decision. Okay. Yes, Bella, read my comments above when you finish. I don't really. I need to read your comments above. I don't really. As support picking, let me give you an example. I was at work doing CPR, and it was clear the patient was quarrying, was quarried already, but as no pulse. And has no pulse, but I wasn't allowed to stop CPR till paramedics arrived and pronounced him quarried. Is that the comment, Big Sis? Is that the comment? Most people that have been in healthcare for a while will not want to go through terminal pain for a long time. Some pains no be anybody in middle. I do not blame people who ask. Okay, sis. I do not blame people who ask for such things. Yes, you know, and that's why we're talking about this euthanasia thing, because it's an act where you want to stop the person from going through a permanent pain. They've been through so much pain, and what you're trying to do is help them, you know, to stop experiencing that pain. Now, as much as it's a good thing, because if you, Auntie Rosemary, asking for a friend, my Auntie Jerez has said it there or written down there that if you have not been through pain, that's why I cannot condemn this guy, apart from the fact that maybe the method he used to Kwara his wife was not the best, if you ask my opinion. If you have not been through so much pain, you cannot begin to judge people why they will make the decision to Kwara themselves or ask someone else to Kwara them. Okay. And the word euthanasia, it's from a Greek word, eu, which means good, and thanatos, which means death, so good death, basically. Now, people believe that if you're gonna end the pain of a loved one, Hi, sis.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing. I read a comment section. Somebody said it's about hospice. Hospice is a procedure, okay? You have to, the disease has to be terminal, okay?
Yeah.
Then the doctors will now tell the family. It's up to the doctors to advise the family that at this point, it will be advisable to put your loved one into hospice. Some families don't accept it because, like, it's almost like euthanasia, but slowly. You understand? When you put somebody in hospice, it's like letting the person go in a peaceful way. Though some people get off it.
You see, and that's my problem. And that's one of the arguments that people who are against euthanasia are actually putting on the table. Because families are scared of hospices and hospitals, believing that their loved ones are just going to be, it's like an exit point, like they have no control to see that these people can actually make a recovery. Because once you go hospice, they already, immediately families are thinking, you are telling me you're going to finish them there, basically.
Well, that's not, because when they are in hospice, they get their medication, okay? The only thing hospice they do is those strong narcotics, okay, like it becomes almost like a PRN. So those who are in coma, what they do, they go by their vital signs. If they see that your heart rate is high, they know you're in pain, right away the nurse will come and administer the narcotics, or they see your facial expression in so many ways to determine that you are in pain. Or the doctor may have prescribed it that every 4 hours, or they reduce it to 2 hours, something like that. But guess what? It is not like they are taking you off. Some families may request for all the medication to be taken off because they want you to go they will just keep giving the narcotics. That's all they'll give you. But hospice is not like that. Is the sense maybe that you pass, but peacefully. Because sometimes in the hospital, if your narcotics are every 4 hours, there's nothing the nurses will do.
Yeah.
They will only give it up, and they do the PRN in between.
Yeah.
But now you go on hospice, they have the right to give you even every 30 minutes, whatever it is. It becomes like PRN.
Okay. I see what you mean. So basically,
yeah.
So now you said something, sis. Sorry, you said something that in hospices they can literally sometimes withdraw some of those medications to ease the exit. Now, is it because those hospices are licensed to do that? Because it's sounding like it's like double standard. Why can't a normal person decide to do it? Come in and say, I'm done. I don't want to go to the hospice, but do it for me here. I want to do it at home.
No, I think it's the family versus the hospice doctors and nurses. Like they decide they come to, the family has to, or the patient, if they are still late, okay, can make that decision. Because at this point, they know that they are going, but they want to go in a peaceful way. They will exit, but in a peaceful way. You understand? So they can tell you, I do not want to take any of this medication, but you can give me the pain medication.
And that's still one of the arguments that people against it are making, because like you said in your first example, some people, when they are sick and sometimes they are diagnosed as terminally ill, And whereas sometimes there could be a misdiagnosis somewhere.
Yeah.
And when this misdiagnosis happen, for somebody who is scared and frightened, and or they may say, okay, I don't want to go through the pain that I'm presuming will happen to me, or this pain I'm already feeling is probably going to be excruciating in the future, so I want to end it. Whereas it's a misdiagnosis. Now, if people are being taken to the hospice, and these hospices have to now withdraw their medication based on family decision, is that not a dangerous thing?
It is. The thing is, this is not on the medical personnel again, because they work, whatever decision they will make, the family of all the patient has to agree with it. You understand? So it is like before you go to hospice, they counsel you and your family.
Yeah.
They tell you everything, how the hospice is going to work. So at this point, I'm just we are centered on this guy who took his wife, because I don't know if it was because he had requested, because if he had requested hospice, the wife wouldn't have been in that much pain. Trust me. They would be giving her those narcotics like that, so that even if she's going, and another thing too, mind you, you know those narcotics, sometimes when you taking your medication, whatever medication you have plus those narcotics, I want to believe, I don't know if they requested it and they said, okay, maybe she's not in that stage, or they were still going through the process, because transitioning from regular to hospice is a process. Sometimes it takes like 3 weeks, 14 days. Maybe they were still trying to transition the lady into, and the man decided to do that, or he never requested it. I don't know. But I think that is what he would have done. Transition the wife to hospice so that she can
do it peacefully. Yeah, because the way she went, I don't know how peaceful that was.
Yeah,
yes, it's ended her pain, but was it a peaceful transition? I don't think so.
Frustrating, because people that are not your relative, you see them, you feel their pain, and talk what of if it's your loved one, you tempted, and you know they cry and beg you, please, I just want this thing, I just want to go, there is no point. They'll be telling you that, and you see them in that pain. So again, I don't want to say he did not do right, to be honest. What he did was wrong. It was absolutely wrong. I don't think there's any justification for what he did, because there were so many ways that he would have used medically to exit the life without her going through that pain. I don't know how, because she must have fought, struggle before passing. That's my.
All right, sis.
Somebody talk about paramedic declaring somebody paramedics. They don't. They will never do that. They don't have the right to declare somebody. No. Even if you're doing that, only the doctors. Will somebody. They have to. They'll tell you. They'll crew in. They'll put, because when I remember when I came here first. Yeah. Okay. Somebody, a relative that I'm sorry, it's a bad thing. The mama died. Where? We went out because on a restaurant. We went out. We were at the restaurant. The mama was at home with my son. So when we came back, mama had passed.
Oh God.
Okay, and my son was scared. I
can imagine. I
think 2 weeks. We were in the US for 2 weeks. Like 10 or 11 days, and my mama passed. This little boy did not even, and we have not even scolded him about calling 911.
Oh, no.
He did not know anything. So he was screaming, crying out for help. But again, we told him, do not open the door. But he was screaming in the house. I don't know if people, you know how these houses are. A house is here, and the next one is like,
American houses, big spaces and big gaps.
Out of the house.
Yeah.
People may not hear you, or if somebody is not driving past, they will not hear you. The poor child, from when mama passed, he was in the house with mama. Okay, so when we came back from the restaurant, we went to the shop to buy, because it was, I think, weekend.
Yeah.
So we got home, it was like 10:30 p.m. This mama had gone. So As he heard the sound of the car, he ran to the garage door. Then he was like, Uncle was veteran because he was in the military. So he was like, Uncle, Grandma is got me. I did not even hear what he said.
Oh my God.
Then before I know, my cousin was running back. He ran out. I was like, brother, what is it? He did not say a word because his wife had traveled. He went for, they had something in Georgia. So when he ran into the house, I walked fast behind him. He was now doing the CPR. I'm like, oh my God. He gave me his phone, call 911. I called 911. He was there talking. They were asking. He was just crying, calling. He was giving the mouth to, giving the chest compression, mouth to mouth breathing. They came. They did all the beat. They checked the virus, everything. Did the put the vest and everything. All they did is like they just put her in the car. They said, we are going to this hospital. They gave us the address. We drove right behind it. They did not, and they don't have the right to pronounce anybody dead. It was in the hospital that they pronounced her. He was dead.
Even though you may know that even though you may see it and know that they're gone.
Yes, he was gone. They will not tell you. They don't have the right to tell the family that he's gone.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Talking about the CPR. CPR is something that Africans, especially us in general, we need to really look into it. First aid especially. A lot of people take this first aid thing for granted, but that's something that the basic first aid we should know. Especially if somebody were to go unconscious, what do you do at home? If a child were to go unconscious, what do you do at home? I would love, hopefully I will get maybe a health person. Maybe I can get my sis. Will you do that? To tell people how to do first aid, teach people first aid. I'm asking, sorry guys, I'm asking my sister. She's sitting here. She's a nurse. She's sitting here. Listen, I'm thinking so she can teach us how to do all the first aids and CPR. I need somebody to actually teach us because a lot of people don't know basic first aids, and so many deaths could have been prevented. Especially, you know, the road accidents we have a lot in Cameroon. People come and people are literally struggling to breathe, trying to take their last breath. Instead of helping them, people have no idea what to do with those people, and people die out of neglect. Oh, she said yes. So that's actually good. She's actually into it. So that's good, guys. So I'll arrange a show with her and we'll talk about first aid and CPR, things like that. That would be so good. We can always connect it. Thank you. Right. Our peace person said good. Thank you, sis. So people are looking forward to that. So we have to, yes, Mama, we have to do those are the kind of shows we really need to be teaching ourselves. Okay, now no, sis, they will drag you or no, they will not. So now, as much as we want to free our loved ones from pain and euthanasia, there are people, I can understand where this guy was coming from, but the main problem I have was his method, the method that he used to take away the life. And there are people who are actually against this. I'm trying to make this show as short as possible because I have guests, so I can't make it very long. People who are against euthanasia, and I also see why people are against euthanasia. Bella, please don't bring your sister on camera, please. Your doctor, nurse friend who always calls can do it. Someone picking, the streets are rough. Okay. This is so sad because these are the kind of people, these are the experts that we should be using. You know what? I'll bring her, but we will use a program where she doesn't have to show her face. Okay, we will StreamYard her without her camera, so that's absolutely fine. We'll StreamYard her without the camera. That's absolutely fine. So yeah, so people are against euthanasia, and they've given the points as to why they wouldn't want. Yes, Muma, yes, one has to be smart. So yeah, we'll StreamYard her without the camera. They've given the reason as to why they are against mercy quarrying, and I also see why they do that. I see why, because one of the things that people are tabling as their argument against euthanasia is the fact that if people have the right, if people are given the right to Kwara themselves, it means you are equally giving people the right to Kwara people. If you're giving people the right to Kwara themselves, you're equally giving people the right to Kwara people, because what will happen is people can take opportunities of other people's pain. I could be terminally ill, or maybe not. Okay, I could be in so much pain, and I'm a couple, for example, this couple, and for a carer who cannot literally be, who cannot endure looking after a sick person, who is going through a lot, struggling to cope with that sick person, trying to manage the patient's condition and manage their own personal life, this person can literally convince the person who is sick, you know, to make them actually make up their mind to Kwara themselves, or ask for themselves to be Kwara'd. Because, for example, the patient who is going through that pain, maybe Janice, in the case of this guy, looked at her husband and thought, I'm putting this man through so much. I'm putting him through so much with my situation. Let me just ask him to end it for me. And there are people who would actually not be able, you know, when they say you're looking after a person, you have to be strong for that person. And that's for a reason. When you're looking, if you're a carer and you're caring for a patient, you have to be positive. You have to be strong. You have to always look bright for that person. You don't have to walk into the person's room looking like everything is lost, like all is gone, all hope is lost. Because then that person is going thinking, oh, I'm like a burden. I'm like a burden to this person, so I might as well just end it to free this person from going through that. Sorry, guys. Somebody just sent something. You know? And so this person will end it. So if this person, the patient knows they have the right to Kwara themselves, and then the carer knows that they also have the right to Kwara the patient. So that's dangerous, because now whose interest will override the other person? That's where the problem lies. Is it going to be the interest of the patient, or is it going to be in the interest of the carer? That's one of the arguments that people against euthanasia are putting. So you cannot, if you give the right to Kwara people, you are giving the right for people to Kwara themselves. It means you're indirectly giving the right to people to Kwara people, which I kind of get. And another argument is that euthanasia devalues life. And what do I mean by that? For instance, you know how when you are fit and healthy, or for example, with euthanasia, somebody who is disabled or somebody who was healthy, strong and fit suddenly becomes incapable of doing those things that they used to do. Okay? They could maybe feel like they are a waste in life. They have no use. They have no use. People who are older, you have people who live up to 110 or 100 and something, you know, or somebody who was healthy and became, you know, in a vegetative state, they will feel like I'm useless because this is not worth living. Life is just for me to be happy, visit my friends, visit families, do all those things, and I cannot do those things. So if I have the opportunity to Kwara myself, I'll Kwara myself. And that's what some of them do. Hello. Hi sis, how are you? I'm all right, thank you. Should I put you on the show? All right then, thank you. Yeah, on the show.
And this is a very interesting topic. I just decided let me call and share.
Thank you.
Because this is something that is like 50-50. On the positive part of it, the way I look at it is like people don't want to see their people suffering, or you yourself, you don't want to suffer, and you opt for help by asking for your family member to do that for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think people ask for those things, or people do that when you just have like a simple illness, or when you're still a young person, or when they still see hope that you can still recover and get up and be back on your feet.
Yeah.
They do those things for people that are older, people that have terminal illness, or people that are not going to recover and get back, and they don't want to stay in bed for many more years for no reason. That's how I see it, that it's okay to do it. And then the other part of it, like some of the people that are refusing for it not to be done, like I may be being judgmental now, which is bad, but some of our brothers and sisters here, they want to keep their family members, people that you see, they are completely bedbound, they are paralyzed, they're disabled, they are very sick. They want to keep them because they want to keep getting some money from the government that they have that family member they are taking care of. They just want that person to. So that is another way, like healthcare professionals supposed to be able to help that person to say, I think it's time we withdraw this treatment. I think it's time we take this person off this machine, so that they can go peacefully, because their life is worthless. They're just vegetables. They're just laying there. They have no hope. They have no more treatment for them. So it's something that is complicated. But me personally, I do not want to suffer. I already make myself, I don't care how old I am, but I already make myself, I explain to my family, like if I get to a serious accident, because right now I'm not saying health, even though we never know, but accidents happen every day. I already told them, if I get to a serious accident that I cannot get up and be able to go use the bathroom by myself, be able to take my own food by myself, I do not want to be here.
But now, say sorry. Let me ask you a question. Now, and I respect that decision of yours. Now, my worry will be, who are we to determine how long we can be in that state? Sometimes science doesn't explain everything. There are people who have been diagnosed to say, or declared to live in to be wheelchair bound for the rest of their life, but miraculously those people have recovered from serious spinal injuries. Now, why would you want to deny yourself that opportunity as well? You could just be one of the lucky ones. So why would you now in this state? And that's what I mean when people are fighting against euthanasia, to say you don't know what could be. So why would you want to stop what could be?
Yeah, like I said, even being not able to take care of myself, I would not want to be here. That's what I'm saying.
For the shortest time possible.
If I'm able to take care of myself, I want to be here.
Right. Now, how long would you say you wouldn't want to take care of yourself? For example, if you had an accident today and you're in a coma and you wake up and you're in a bed, now you don't know how long that might take. Would you just go ahead and say, I can't look after myself now? I'm done, I'm tired, I'm giving up? Because sometimes that's what kills most people, is the lack of will to live or fight.
Yeah, it also depends on the extent of the accident. It depends on the intensity of the accident. If it is one that you can get up and go to rehab and recover and be able to still be around and do simple things for yourself, it's okay. But if it is the one that you will remain in bed, that's the extreme one I'm talking about. The one that you have to remain in bed. I don't want to remain in the bed. It's a burden to me. It's a burden to my family. I don't want that.
Some people see that. I hear you, sis. I hear you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks so much. Bye. Yeah, that's true. That's what I mean. To some people, they look at it like trying to free their family members from, going through pain, to some people. Whereas for others, it's trying to free the patient from the pain. Okay. Now, another Let me just read some comments there. I think there's some comments that I haven't read. Oh, sis, I see your message. I'm glad you're enjoying the show where we're having a call. Yes, sis.
Then I promise this is the last time
No, don't promise me, sis. No, don't say that. No. If you have something that we can all learn from, please call, please.
Yeah. I want to plead with our community. I know that people have, especially if you're in the healthcare, you've seen it, maybe you've seen almost everything. You don't want to be in certain situation. But when you make wishing, you have to be considerate. Take into consideration your loved ones, your children, your husband, your brothers, your sisters. You want to, because sometimes it's not like we do not know. It's like you were born with all your limbs, everything intact, and you get involved in an accident, they have to amputate a limb or both legs or all 4 limbs are gone. Again, and you are alive. We see people like that all their limbs, maybe because of diabetes, maybe because of accident or whatever, they were amputated, lymphedema, whatever it is. Okay. Now, being alive, your loved ones are happy, and yourself, especially seeing your children, if they have not achieved, you see them achieve, maybe live your dream, the life that you are dreamt living or achieving, your children achieve that life for you. Sometimes those things you get, you feel satisfied in seeing those things in your children. Okay, then now you get involved in an accident because your limbs are going to be amputated. You request for your life to be taken. No. CPR is not a good, but it's a very good thing. It's better.
But so Just Babe just said it. Just Babe has said it that she wouldn't want CPR, and she's a cancer survivor and she wouldn't come back through that pain.
The thing is, I don't know. What if she's getting the CPR not because of cancer? What if it's because of something else? And because she needs that CPR to come back to life, not as a result of cancer. Excuse me, I'm just saying something. Because normally you break some rib cages here and there, but those can be fixed. And you can have your back. There are people, I've seen patients that died for 3 minutes. They were pronounced it, and then before you know it, they start breathing. Those people, they come alive, but some senses will not be there. Some things will be missing. With therapy and medication here and there, along down the lane, they may achieve those. Some may never come back to be normal. But guess what? They will go about doing their things, and So when we make those, I know. Okay, I have a case. Let me tell you people something. These are situations where it's kind of tricky. We cannot really put a clear line. I want it like this. Because we are not God again. I always tell people, let faith take care of our life. When it gets to that place, to me, I want to believe that if I am not in the position, if it is too much, put me into hospice. I don't care how old, if I'm still young, if I'm old, just if you see that I'm not going to make it, transition me to hospice, let me go peacefully. That is my take. And I think that is something that we can all, instead of saying that, oh, just let me go, don't, no. It's I feel like it's being selfish to the people that care about you.
Right. I see your point. I love this topic because it's open for everybody to share their thoughts. I really want to hear people share their thoughts.
You can bounce back. There is a young girl, 26 years old. She was celebrating her 26th birthday. She should be 20 now because it happened last year. This girl was celebrating her 26th birthday, and a shooter, the guy had just been released from prison from a murderer. And you know how this US.
Oh my God.
And his girlfriend was invited to this party. He wasn't. The girlfriend brought him to the party, and he started acting up. So the party was holding in the girl's uncle's. He had like a snack bar. So they had the birthday party in that snack bar downtown Chicago. So this guy went into this party, started causing havoc. They asked him to leave. So he went out, he left the party and came. And the girl's father was going, these are Hispanic people. girl's father was going to talk. The footage is there. If you Google, you see it is on Google. This man was walking to this guy. I don't know what he was saying, but the father, you see the father walking up to this guy. This guy just pulled. He had his hands were in his pocket. You know these hoodies with pockets in front. He was putting his hand in. Just took out the gun. Pop, pop, pop. Killed that girl's father.
Jesus.
This man killed 4 people.
Jesus.
That girl was a big person. He shot. The girl did not die. He popped that girl on. All the father looked out.
Oh my God.
Everything. Now, everybody in the hospital is worried that the mom would have left this young girl to go. Because you can see this girl cries. Each time she's awake, she cries. You know, nothing in front. It's like a bridge.
Oh my God.
So, to me, if I cannot, I don't know. Maybe if it was my child, I'll let her go. I don't know, because losing a husband and a daughter at the same, maybe the woman could not handle it. That's why she wanted to hold on to the daughter. But the girl is suffering because she's on constant, like, these are the things that I say, it's different for everybody. I don't know. Even if she gets out of the hospital, she will never be the same. But she may be alive. I know that she hears us, she understands what we say.
Right, yeah.
You can only see her reaction.
Yeah.
The only thing she does, either she's normal or crying.
That's sad.
And most of it,
oh God.
Crying. Yeah, so it's painful. So situation like that, it's just, to me, if I were in the mom's place, I would have let my daughter go. Okay, but again, it's a young girl. She can come out of it. She may not get the life that the mom of her, but it's gonna be a vegetable for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
So
that's a terrible situation. That's terrible. That's terrible. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sis. That's sad.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much. That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. As much as we are in pain and we want to end it, what about the people who love and care about us? And the truth is, sometimes some of us are wicked. Now, one of the arguments also they're making, people against it, actually making, is the fact that people take advantage of it. Imagine people who have, if you worked in care before, I've worked in care, and I know what that means, where you see, especially Oyibo people, sometimes they come and leave their family members in care homes, and some of them just abandon them and go and never come back. Okay, some of them are just sitting there waiting for the day they will call them and say Mary is gone, or Edith is gone, or Sarah is gone, so they can come and inherit. These are the kind of people that when their family member is actually in such pain, instead of perhaps encouraging the family members, it's going to be okay, you can get over this, you can pull through everything, they'll probably be the ones to, when the person is thinking, because sometimes people just get fed up with the pain. People don't really want to Kwara themselves. People don't want to go. They just get tired going through pain. Okay? And during such weak moments, they feel like maybe it's better if I'm gone. But deep within them, they don't want to go. And when you have a selfish family member who is sitting there and waiting for you to Kwara so that they can go and inherit, they will be the ones to say, if you, oh God, this sounds so cruel, but they'll probably be the one to tell you, if that's your wish, I think it's best for you, if that's your wish, I think it's best for you, you're going to be in peace. They would say what you want to hear, not necessarily what you need to hear. They will say what you want to hear, not what you definitely need. Just Baby saying, let's not also forget about psychological pain. I don't know if I would agree for somebody to Kwara themselves because of psychological pain. I said, I don't know if I would really, I can see it's a physical pain, but I don't know if I'll be so open-minded to believe that there's a good enough reason for somebody to Kwara themselves due to psychological pain. Except my big sis Just Babes can actually put it in a point form there so I can really understand. Blanche Ingram, welcome, Daddy Baby Sis, I see you. So yeah, so that's why people would say euthanasia is a no. So people don't exploit situations like that. People don't feed on other people's weaknesses or victims' weaknesses and want to exploit the situation and want to benefit from it, and then want asking or encouraging them to take away their own lives. It's the same thing. It's the same thing when I was talking about the hospital, because for some people, if they should allow euthanasia to be like common and everything, people will probably lose interest or confidence in hospitals and doctors. People will lose confidence in doctors because the whole idea is for a doctor to make sure they explore every single opportunity to treat your situation, to treat your disease. And people argue that with, the authorization of euthanasia, doctors may feel relaxed or reluctant or lazy to want to check every single possible opportunity or treatment there is to help a situation. And I can see that happen, and that's true. That's true. There are some people that may just think, oh my God, I've done 1 or 2 or 3, and that should be enough if we cannot cure it, and that's it. Whereas, because there's no easy option or way out, they will want to try everything possible to seek the best possible treatment for that person, or available treatment for that person. And also, lastly, before we round up, because Villa Mama has a show after me. Lastly, people are scared that if they were to make euthanasia very common as well, the rate of suicide in our society will probably go up. It will go up because everybody, the slightest pain, I want to go. This, I want to go. No perseverance, no endurance, nothing whatsoever. People would be using that as an opportunity to end people's life and use an excuse. I saw Auntie Rosemary asking my friend, wrote something down there that it's important for people to put it in writing. Do a will if you must. Like the caller said before, she's told her family, she told her kids. It's the same thing John's babe is saying that I'm reading. She's saying she's written it down. She's already paid for her funeral and her cremation. These are the kind of things that we have to put in place. So much so that it doesn't implicate our loved ones if things like that would arise or circumstances like that would come up. Because for people who, for ill luck's sake, could find themselves in a situation where they cannot express themselves, if those wills are there and they can read through it and see what you need, of course they can go through it and follow through. But that doesn't mean people don't change their wills as well. Over time, people do change their wills. So it's important that if you have to revise it, make sure you revise it. Make sure you revise it to suit your needs for that time, for that particular moment. And to Rosemary said, I believe in miracles. There's nothing God cannot do. That's what we should not. That's why we should not rush to give up. Exactly, as difficult as as difficult as the health situation may be. Exactly, Auntie. Thank you so much. So yeah, I think we can round up now, but what I would say is, please, let's not judge people for the decisions they make. Let's try and understand, because we are all different. We look at things differently. We cope differently. As much as we have our beliefs, other people have their own beliefs as well. And circumstances do shape the way people behave and react to things. Right? And as much as we want to also respect the fact that people want to take away their own life to reduce their pain, let's also remember that there are other opportunities that we may miss if we rush to make those decisions. We're actually depriving ourselves perhaps of the miracle that could happen, or all the other options that may be there for us to explore, or perhaps rush to make those decisions when there's a misdiagnosis. And we may have missed an opportunity to live and enjoy time with our family. So it's very important. So in this case of Mr. Hunter, I understand where he's coming from. Seeing a loved one in pain, not wanting that loved one to go through that pain. But my only issue with him was the fact that he used a suffocation as a method to end it for the wife. Because if euthanasia is to ease the transition of that person to be painless, for me, that wasn't the case. I don't think she would have exited without any pain, because to struggle when you're being suffocated is, I can only imagine what was going through the woman's mind. So if we haven't got any more callers, And I think I'm going to end the show here for today, and I really want to appreciate each and every person. I hope you all enjoyed the show as much as I have, and I love the fact that everybody was so open-minded and took each other's opinion to heart and respected it. That's what we want, okay? And that's how we should understand. That's how we can live as a people, because we are diverse human beings, and you need to accept people for what they are. As much as you want to put your ideas out there, you need to be open to welcome people's ideas as well. I don't think he could afford to go to Gravitas in Switzerland. Perhaps they didn't have the funds. Yeah, because I don't think it's cheap, just babes. I don't think it's really cheap. I don't think it's cheap to do that in Switzerland. So I really want to appreciate each and every person who has contributed on the show one way or the other. Thank you all so very much. And the mother, really, I will sue the doctor for the wrong diagnosis and for putting me through stress. Yes, that's what I mean. People get wrong diagnosis and they rush because they say you are terminally ill and you've been a fit person. I don't know, you guys know this guy, Michael Schumacher, is it Formula One? Formula One, yes. Michael Schumacher is a Formula One driver who literally was in a vegetative state. But I think he's still alive, isn't he? He's still alive. And, you know, there are people who will probably think, oh, I will take away my life because I'm in that vegetative state, because I was an active, agile person doing all this, you know, adrenaline rush games. But no, sometimes you have to persevere because you never know. You never know what is ahead. The miracle could just happen. Okay. Yeah, he is still in that state. So, you know, I wouldn't rush to do it. But I respect people who want to do it, but I will not. Personally, I wouldn't rush to do it, but I respect people who do it. And I may not say never, I will never do it, because you need to be in somebody else's shoe to understand what they're going through. So yeah, so that'll be my take. So thank you. I appreciate everyone, each and every one of you, for taking your time to contribute, to type, to call, to watch. Please, if you haven't liked this, do so, like before you exit, and keep sharing the video, keep sharing the platform and talk about it. Thank you so much, Just Babes. Thank you so much, because I appreciate all your contributions here and sharing your experiences with us. I do really appreciate that. Peace person. Personally, I wouldn't want to be in a vegetative state. Okay. Peace person, Mama, thank you so much, darling, for always being there to support. I appreciate you so much. Blanche Ingram, my baby sis, thank you. I ask you for a friend, my auntie Dearest, the mother, my wisdom sis, thank you so much for always being there. I appreciate you so much. Where is Kayla? Kayla would have been here. Easter to remember, my sweet sis, thank you so, Poppy King. Thank you, darling sis, my curvaceous, beautiful ebony sister. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Principal, thank you. Queen Atkins Diamond, I appreciate you. Ama TV, my selfless sis, thank you so much. El Beauty Muma, thank you so much. Debunker Side Chick, Queen Bridget, Debunkers Parliament, my Muma, I appreciate you all, sisterlies. Dr. Open Eye, my darling, always there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I don't go Lily, my darling big sis. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. El Beauty, Muma. Thank you so much. Villa Mama TV. Thank you, darling sis, for being here and supporting. I appreciate you. Big sis Designer Fred. Thank you so much. Busybody. Thank you. I appreciate you all so much. Please, let's keep talking. Let's keep learning from one another and make our community a better place. Thank you guys so much. I will see you all on our next show. All right, Blanche, please make sure you rewatch. Let's exit with our beautiful medley from Bafoot. If you're not enjoying this song, then what are you enjoying, guys? What are you enjoying? Let's exit. Thank you all so much. Hiya, oh, oh. Hiya, oh. Hey. Beautiful Queen Bridget, thank you so much, sis, for watching. No, that's it. Come on. Oh my God, where do you live, master? Yeah. Oh, better will sa. You guys dance and enjoy, guys. Dance and enjoy. Jigale se sigale muiba mukurule basa. Peace, person, mama. Come, bina. Bina. Muiba mukurule masa. Jigale se sigale muiba mukurule masa. Like as you exit, guys. Like as you exit. Ngumajina wakwa wandio. Ngumajina wakwa wandi. Sasa. Sasa lo. Ngumajina wakwa wandi. Hey, thanks, Buma. Thank you so much for the financial slam. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate. Hey, that's for the culture, Buma. Thank you so much, darling. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Aya oh, Jiole sesugale no yiba mukurule masa. Aya oh, hey, the mother, enjoy sis, enjoy the beating. Are you on the floor? Yeah, chuba. Yeah. Check out Siri guys on YouTube. Siri is a queen of culture. Please check her YouTube channel. This song is there. You can find it and many more songs. Aya oh, jiale sesegale muiba mokurule masa. Thank you guys. Love you all so much. Bye guys. Bye everybody. Bye Muma. Thank you so much. Bye Blanche. Just Base Big Sis. Bye. Bye everyone.